depending on when your organization got involved in this work, I think it is a little bit of a tale of two stories. If you were, and I'll use the murder of George Floyd as the kind of the point of reference. If you had gotten into this work prior to, I think you had a broad definition of diversity, which included race, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, if you were, disability status, if you were in the LGBTQ community, if you were a veteran, the generational differences. And I think once the murder of George Floyd happened, a lot of the organizations that got involved in this work had a very race-based equity kind of narrative and agenda behind the work that they did. So what ended up happening is, and at least in my opinion, is you get this very large pendulum swing in one direction. And I think what we are seeing now is that pendulum swinging back equally as aggressive towards the other direction, where there is a lot of divisiveness around the term diversity, as opposed to what the intention is to, value and appreciate the differences that people bring, and not to alienate or victimize even more so those people, no matter where you fall in that diaspora of difference, right? So I think for me, what I see when you think about the shift is how do you go back to that holistic view, which now also includes mental health, which now includes psychological safety, that talks about the environment and really all of the things that come to bring that to bear within any of our organizations. So for us here at Ally, anyway, we've really leaned into and doubled down on a much broader definition of diversity and the appreciation of those intersections, in that we all don't show up just one way when we come into the workplace. So to identify in one way is really minimizing the value that we bring to an organization. So I probably answered the question I wanted to answer, and maybe not the one you asked, but it's more about understanding that broader definition.